Hello, welcome back to the Off-Grid family. Today it is very, very hot. In Wales, where I live at the moment, it was a record 37.1 degrees C. Now, I know in some countries you get that as a random winter's day, but we're just not used to it in this country. We don't have things like air conditioning in our houses. We're just not used to it. We're used to minus numbers, and that's sort of like our summers. So today has been very, very hot. So I thought, well, I'll come up with a way of making something that will just cool the air down a little bit. And spoiler alert, I've made this after I've made the device, and it works really well. It's good for one or two people, but it does slowly cool the room down. There's a definite cooling effect. But anyway, it's very, very simple, and because I wasn't planning on making this, this is literally made out of scrap I found lying around. I've just picked up bits from here, there and everywhere. I'm sure I could have made it much, much better, but as I say, it's literally just from scrap. And because it was so hot today, I was sort of just finding the first thing I could find rather than going, is this the best thing? So, you know, it is what it is, but it works. Anyway, before I go on, I'd just like to thank my Patreons. David, Simon and Paul, you guys are awesome, and I really, really appreciate everything you've done for me. If you'd like to be a Patreon, all the links are in the description. Anyway, let's get on. Okay, all you're going to need is a container, preferably with a lid. This one doesn't, but I'm going to figure out something. Some fans. You could use just one, you can use three, it doesn't matter. You'll understand why you can sort of pick and choose with what you got. I'm using all 12 volt fans, so I'm going to need a 12 volt power supply as well, and some nuts and bolts. I'm also going to need some stuff to cut through the sides, etc., but that's not a major thing. I'm probably going to use a soldering iron just to cut through. It's naughty and it smells horrible, but who cares? But yeah, I'll show you what I need to do next. Okay, so the basic premise is you put an ice block of some kind in here and you put a lid on. You have a fan here sucking air in, and then you have a fan here blowing it out, and this is where you want to be, and this is where all the cold air comes out. And it's as simple as that. Basically, you're just pushing air through a cold zone and it cools you down. So first off then, I'm going to have the one, I think I'm going to do it side to side actually, not back to front, but this one here I would like on this side. So I'm going to test it first because I haven't tested it, and then I'm going to actually cut a hole and attach it. I may end up using a different fan than this. Listen to this. Right, I've chosen this one because it doesn't sound like a Harrier jump jet taking off, and I'm just going to roughly mark it out and then start cutting it out, drilling, etc. Okay, that's those in and ready, and they are blowing outways. Now we need to reattach this one. Okay, so we've got one blowing air in this way, and then we've got two blowing air out this way. So let's wire them up quickly. Okay, so let's have a little test. Hopefully everything's working. Yep, it's getting pulled through here and through to here, so that's working awesome. Now, as I'm making this all literally out of junk I'm finding around, I found this. It nearly fits, and then I've got this lid from something which I just plonk on the top. It's good. So I'm now gonna get a bit of tape to tape across here and tape this down as well, that way. Yeah. If you wanted to make this more efficient, you could cover this whole thing in polystyrene, etc. But I am literally just making this to cool everyone off a little bit. This is just a temporary thing, so I'm literally just making it out of what I've got lying around. Okay, there's our lid. And now literally it's done. All we need to do is get some ice or some ice packs or something, put them in there, and I'm going to add a tiny bit of water at the bottom as well, and then we can give it a test. Okay, as this was all thrown together out of nothing and junk and necessity, I've got no real test to do. So I put a Bluetooth speaker there, and it is registering 27.5-ish. Right. I put in a frozen bottle of water and a frozen pack of ice that I use in the laser whenever I've got it up and running. Just going to plonk the lid on it, and we'll get the fans going. I'll leave that a couple of minutes just to get some airflow going. Do you know what? No, let's not bother. Already dropping quite significantly, actually. I'll check again in a couple of minutes. Okay, so it's registering about 3 degrees difference. It's much cooler, but it's very hard to sort of show you on here because all the air is being shot out all over here, and I can actually feel the temperature difference all around here now as well. So it's actually starting to cool the room as such down. It's not designed to just radiate and hit something. But yeah, this is working pretty well actually. I might try tomorrow to get some actual ice cubes and add some salt to it and just do it so it super cools everything. But that'll do. That should hopefully cool down Crystal and the kids for a bit. In this country we do not need this normally, so yeah, this is just put together with bits of old junk. Okay, let's talk about how this works then. This fan on the side, the only singular fan, sucks the air in, the nice hot air. Comes into here where all the ice packs would be, or the ice cooling this area down with the lid on it, and it turns the hot air into cool air, and then these 2 fans here blast it out. And I put 2 fans on here because I wanted to suck as much air as I could across all the ice and stuff. And it's working really well. Well, it's not at the moment, obviously. But when it's on, it works really well. Okay, there you have it. It's, you know, it helps. It's not full-blown air conditioning like you would have throughout your house, but it genuinely does cool you down quite a bit. I sat under it for quite some time, and as soon as I moved off to do something else, there was 2 children sat in the way. It's not, you know, it doesn't cool the entire room down, although there is a cooling effect over the entire room. But, you know, sitting directly in front of it, you get properly cool air, and it's quite, you know, it is quite refreshing. Anyway, as I say, it was completely made of scrap, and it works. That's all I care about, and it has actually genuinely helped. Hopefully it's helped one of you guys. Anyway, thanks so much. I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.